Hey, Pintbrick here. I'm out in my local woodland this morning. I think I just heard a deer nearby. But I'm here to do a video response for Humble Trekker and to brew some coffee in the woods. It's early yet. I'm not sure quite what time it is. I'll pull out my watch in a moment. But temperature is around 28 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just below freezing in Celsius. And will make a cup of coffee a welcome addition. So I'm going to venture out into the woods and see if I can find a place to do this video response. Okay, so let me start answering Humble Trekker's question. The first of the questions is, why do you YouTube? I think I YouTube because it's a lot of fun. It does engage you with a different community than you ordinarily see on your day-to-day basis in terms of your work. I YouTube because it's an excuse to get out in nature, and that's something that I try to do whenever I get a chance. So this morning, it's just now a little bit after 7. I've been up since about 5, and to be able to get out in the woods and spend time with falling leaves. I hear a squirrel somewhere nearby. I may spook some deer up before long. And ahead of me I'm watching the sun rise through the trees. But to do something like that is just really special, and it's an everyday sort of special that allows me to, I don't know, engage with my soul with something that nurtures me. And that's definitely one of my main reasons for doing the channel, is to get out here. Now, as for my name, which is the second question, where does Bentbrook come from? It's kind of funny. A number of years ago, quite some time ago now, when my elder son was in second grade, I discovered geocaching, and I discovered that it was a way to get my son outside and in the woods. And you know, what could be greater than going out in the woods and finding buried treasure with your child? So as part of that, I signed up on geocaching.com, and they required some sort of username. And I had been taken, actually, at the time, with the name of my street, the one that I live on, which has a little bit of history behind it. I live in an area just north of a lake outside of town, and a neighborhood was put in there about 40 years ago. And when they did that, they had to move a little brook that was running at the base, actually, of the hill my house is built on, and move it kind of over, so to speak, to create a roadway that was relatively straight. And what is notable about the brook even today is that it is bent. It has a distinctive curve midway through the run of the road. And so the road became Bentbrook. And one day when I was pondering a name for geocaching, I happened to cross that sign. And I liked the fact that it was a reference to nature. And I liked the fact that it was alliterative. I was an English teacher for about 19 years, and so that was something that I kind of enjoyed about it. And it just had kind of a nice ring to it. It was a little bit mysterious, but not too much. And so I kind of adopted that for geocaching to start with. The next thing I know, people in the geocaching circles started calling me Bentbrook. By the time I was out playing around on the Appalachian Trail, it had sort of become my trail name. And so that's how I got the name Bentbrook. The rambles part, as it says in my channel description, I love mental rambles, I love physical rambles, and I love sharing both with my viewers. So that's what's up with that. Let me find out what the next question is here. How long have you been on YouTube, and what do you record with? Okay, I don't know how long I've been on YouTube. I'll look it up, and I'll put a number at the bottom of the screen here. A number of years, to say the least. Check on my coffee water here. Okay, it's coming along. I've been on YouTube a number of years, and second part of the question, what do you record with? I'm currently recording with a GoPro Hero camera. I also use my iPhone 6S, and the combination of those two seems to work pretty well. My Christmas wish list will include a Canon Vixia camera as well, so we'll see. That'll certainly add a new dimension to my channel if I'm able to get that. But for now, this seems to be, doing an adequate job. It's not a great job, but for the bang for the buck, it's hard to go wrong with the GoPro or with the camera that's built into your phone. So that takes care of that. I keep putting this back in my pocket because my battery's almost dead from the cold. Do I make my own thumbnails? Yes. And who made your intro or outrun? I do make my own thumbnails, and I made my own intro. Combination of just using some photo editing stuff that I had around, and there's an app for the iPad that allowed you to take a template and adjust it. So those videos that actually have my intro on them, and I'll make sure this one does, they tend to have that's something of my own creation. The last question is, do I think I'll ever leave YouTube? If YouTube develops policies that offend me in some way, maybe, but I'm not too hung up on things like that. I enjoy it. There's nothing that I put on YouTube that I wouldn't share with anybody. And so it's something that, you know, as long as it sustains me, as long as it gives me a sense of satisfaction to go out in the woods and to watch the sunrise as I'm doing right now, and to, you know, to have a cup of coffee in the woods, then yeah, I'm definitely going to probably keep staying on YouTube. If there are things that you all would like to see, you know, feel free to add those in comments down below. As far as the channel goes, I work with a gear review, a volunteer gear review website called Trailspace. It's a great community if you're ever interested in looking into something like that. And so a number of the videos that are posted without my intro or without you know, a lot of elaboration or preparation tend to be straight up review kinds of things. Those are probably videos that link to trailspace.com and some of the reviews that I've done there. So that's another way that you can sort of explore my channel. I just kind of wandered off on that, but that's another thing that I do with my channel and another reason why I will probably stay here. So that's about it. I'm going to be quiet, and pretty soon I'm going to have some hot coffee, and I'm going to turn this around to show you my view of the sunlight creeping up behind some trees here. So hope you'll enjoy that. Cheers. So I have my coffee in hand, and I'm just scouting out the woodland here. It's beautiful in the late fall, and just beginning to wake up with the sun this morning, so kind of a fun opportunity to see what's out and about and to enjoy it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little explanation to Humble Trekker's questions. It's a great channel. I'm assuming you watch it if you ended up here coming from Humble Trekker, but if not, by all means check it out. He's got a great sense of humor. He has fun in the woods. He's got some good knowledge, some good suggestions, good ideas, fun reviews. It's a great channel. I enjoy it. So, Humble Trekker, thank you for tagging me. I will have to think about whom to tag. And right now my brain is dead and my phone is almost dead, and don't have enough caffeine in me to make sense of that. So I will contemplate, and I'll attempt to tag some others to keep it alive. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy my little walk in the woods here with my coffee, and appreciate you coming along for a while. Thank you. Woodland has opened up considerably here, and the sun is rising. area has obviously long been used for humans and still is. They put an old beer can down there, plank bridge. There's a burrow over here I've been keeping an eye on for a year or so. Several burrows, whole network of burrows. I have no idea what comes out. It's a good size though, and they're probably guaranteed of being fairly undisturbed. It's a nice little secluded pocket there. The pine trees that have grown up on the edge of the glade. It's the sun rising. And here you have the meadow with the frost from the morning just beginning to burn off and turn into some steam. That's just a pretty sight. Simple, but pretty. And that's one of the reasons that I do this. Look here, interesting trees. And the sunlight catching the tops of the still red and orange oaks. No better place for morning coffee than this, I tell you.